Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building. Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man, y'all get it. My QB got swag, my wideout is award winning. This fly was fly, Joey and 500. Like and subscribe, yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up, and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes PhillyShakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, everybody, how you doing? King Dingbat is here. Welcome to another Philly Shakedown, where we break down mentally after tonight's, I don't know what you call it. Joey, what is going on, man? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm just trying to get around this loss, and it's not really just losing the game. It's how we lost the game, and things just not changing with this team, and it's just looking worse every week. When you come off a win last week, and you know, maybe had some promise, may have some type of blueprint to at least try to be competitive and try to look like you know, have some normalcy with this team, and it just looks like we're not going in that direction. So.
Oh man, I you know, this is getting to be very frustrating to me. First and foremost, the thing that frustrates me the most, that pisses me the most, is like this coaching staff looks like they don't know what the hell they're doing. Like they literally don't know what they're doing. This is week after week after week that you get this coach saying, I know I got to run miles more, and I know I got to do this more, but then he comes out and he doesn't do it. He does the same things over and over, and it's predictable. It's easy to defend, and I'm just like besides myself. Like I don't know what to even think anymore. You know? Yeah.
No, I man, there's so much to go over in this game. Like there's so much that's wrong with this game, and so many aspects to coaching and where this is going. I mean, this came to a team that's Jalen Hurts and these screen passes, and Jalen Hurts had a crappy game today.
Oh,
I mean, it was ugly. I mean, it was beyond ugly.
Yeah, he wasn't good today. Yeah, he wasn't
really
good.
bad.
Yeah, no, I agree. He definitely wasn't good. You know, to me, you know, I have to start with the coaching. It's just disappointing again. Then I think Hurts was bad on top of it. And then I think that, you know, you have to look at both coaching and quarterback play, kind of like both of them are contributing. Is the coaching staff calling such bad plays that Jalen Hurts has no shot? I mean, they don't help him out. They don't try to run the ball. They don't try to do anything to help this kid out. You know what I'm saying? So I have to go with the coaching staff first and foremost before I blame anybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, Jesus, thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, hey, Philly, before we start trash talking everybody, let's be objective and optimistic. We did a decent game in the last quarter, and Jalen did what he could with the play calling. I still have faith. Well, listen, like whatever we say tonight, you know, it is this game. There's a lot of games left to be played, and who knows what can happen, But as far as this game goes, I just think we're getting to a point now that this I don't know if this coaching staff is going to change. They speak and they say a lot of things, but they don't do it. You know,
you had one carry in the first half. I mean, that's it. You had one carry. And I think by the time the second half started, he had one carry. I think Miles Sanders had one carry, one reception. Because then I noticed they started putting Gainwell and Miles on the field at the same time. And it was just pure frustration. Screen passes were predictable. I mean, they would like fake a toss to Rager and then screen pass the other. I mean, I don't get these RPO screens are just, they're not working. I mean, they're just not working.
Yeah, I agree. John Gill, thank you for super chat. He says, score is misleading. That was awful. Finally gave Miles the ball a little late. Yeah, when it's funny, when they started giving Miles the ball, the offense looked completely different. You know, totally true. Yeah, I mean, my first blame is going to go to the coach. I think he's doing a horrible job of putting people in positions to succeed.
Yeah.
And then secondly, Jalen Hurts. I mean, I can only blame the coach so much. You can only blame the coach so much when the guy misses passes like to Hurts, the interception. I mean, he did not look good. And his out is always when he has pressure, he feels it coming, he runs to his right.
All the time.
To his right. And it's so predictable right now. This defenses know what he's doing. In the first half, I think he at one point was 6 for 20 for 60 yards. I mean, that's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's really bad. And to say like a lot of passes underthrown. I mean, even the one to Rager down the sideline, and he stopped running. I don't know what's going on with Rager, but he was going down. He motioned to the right side, went up the right sideline. Then he slowed down. I think that pass would have been good if he kept going. But Quez Watkins, I think. Quez Watkins was probably the best receiver today. Devontae Smith had a couple. I think they're not using Devontae Smith enough. They're not using him enough. Quez Watkins seems like he's like the number. They're making him look like the number one here. I don't know why, but Quez Watkins, even on that pass where he was going to the ground, he went up. I mean, contested it. He contested a couple catches. The one where he jumped a little too early on it, but it was an underthrown ball regardless.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, and Quez Watkins was the best player on the field today, in my opinion, on both sides of the ball. Quez Watkins continues to impress. He's really good. And there were a couple times, and I have to go back and watch, but I mean, I saw Devontae Smith running open quite a few times. He's just not getting the ball, and look, the offensive line wasn't great, but I mean, God, man, how could you give Miles Sanders one carry in the first half and expect anything? You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about this yesterday or this morning. One-dimensional offense, any team in the NFL, if you're too one-dimensional, I don't care how good or bad a defense is, they're going to figure you out. You know,
and you're still doing play action. You're still doing play action when you're not running the ball.
I love the play action pump fake. That doesn't buy 2 more seconds.
Right.
It's so frustrating. It really is. Philly 500 Skimp, thank you for the super chat. He says, rough loss, kind of got drunk waiting for the shakedown to start. Got a joke. What does a hooker need to make rent? Mo Alley Cox. Good joke. That's pretty funny. Thank you for super chat, buddy. It's just, it's to me it's very frustrating. And when the game first started, to me it was right away it was the defense. I was like, oh, this defense is getting torched, but they got their shit together. At some point they got their stuff together and they kept them in it. They kept this offense in it, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
Eddie, thank you for super chat. He says Philly 500, enough defending Hurts. He cannot even read the field all season. Coaches and Hurts are overdue on rent, and evictions need to be served. Thank you, buddy. I'm really not trying to defend Hurts. I'm just really trying to be open-minded about giving him enough time, because I don't really see an alternative quarterback out there. But, I mean, I thought tonight was worse than the Cowboys game for Hurts.
Yeah. And even looking at these RPOs today, like it's still the same thing. Even with Jalen Hurts, like sometimes he has the ball so deep, and even with Miles Sanders, he's got the ball to his stomach, and he holds it for so long to the point where it looks so awkward. Where he's on one foot, and he's like waiting to see if he's going to keep it or not. It's just it's got to stop because teams are just. I mean, start running under center. One carry in the first half, and then you just start running him the last quarter and he looks great. And like, he was so excited. I mean, he's got so much energy. It's like he took the year off. I mean, he's got so much more to give, and you're not giving it to him.
And there are a couple times where I think Hurts should have given him the ball because he would have gone for 4 or 5 yards and he didn't, Green Blaze, the Fly Eagle. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, before we exhort, I can't pronounce that. Hurts, please remember we played in the shotgun the whole game. Although Hurts played horrible, Eric Bieniemy is better for Hurts. I agree. Eviscerate is what it's saying. I bit my tongue during my stream I don't think people knew that, but I bet my mother humping tongue, yelling and cursing. So I can't talk. It's swelling up on my ass.
I think if they actually balanced the run the whole game, you would be surprised how much better this team would be. Even with Hurts's flaws involved, I think they would play a little bit better if you keep the defense on their heels. So
I think they're using way too many RPOs. It's way too many.
Yeah.
It's too many. It's too predictable at this point in time. It just is. Let me see here. These are coming in fast and furious. Big boss. Thank you for super chat. He says Hurts is horrible one-read quarterback. Little awareness and vision. How many times do we have to say, why would he throw that? Every week it's getting worse. Yeah, I mean, look, he's struggling right now. I don't know. I mean, like I don't know what this coaching staff is thinking about him. I don't know what their plan with him is. I think as long as Minshew is deactivated, he's not going to bench. He's not going to bench Hurts. It's when Minshew is activated, then I think that could be getting close. Because Minshew hasn't been activated at all. Jesus, thank you for super chat, my man. He says, before I call it out for the night, I just want to say I want to have faith on the team because it helps me enjoy watching my players regardless of the result. We got a lot of games left, fly, Eagles fly. No, I hear you. And look, next week is a new week, and you go in and you try to rebound. It's not the end of the world. It's still early in the season. But we got to see some changes to what they're doing. They've got to do some things differently, Joe.
It's just weird because how is it like if you're not running the ball, like if any other team in the NFL that did what we're doing right now, not running the ball, like one carry in the first, I mean, this head coach would be fired. So that's why the speculation that we've had since last year was Howie Roseman having these meetings. Like this is why it's weird. It's just too weird and too fishy.
Yeah,
right now it's too weird.
It's very weird. Philly Eagles 559. Thank you for super chat. He says rookie coach teaching a young team a bad idea. When the young coach is doing what Nick Sirianni's doing, I think it's a bad idea. Nick Sirianni, every week he's been like, I know I need to use Miles more. I know I need to run the ball. Talk to him about that. We probably should be running. But then he doesn't do anything about it. He goes right back and does the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so at what point, at what point, whatchamacallit? I don't know. At what point do things really change or when is it? It's like, this is who the guy is.
This is it. Huh.
Prince, thank you for super chat. He says, what's up 500 and Joey? Is it me or did the refs let Antonio Brown taunt or am I tripping? A500, I'm the same person as dope nerd lifestyle. All right, I know dope nerd lifestyle. What's happening, man? Yeah, I don't remember the Antonio Brown thing, but I thought the Jannard Avery thing was bullshit.
They got to let these guys play football. Like, it's competitive. Like, they're not robots. Like, you got to let these guys play.
I didn't think that was that bad at all.
It's not like the guy went up to him and, like, put his helmet on him and, like, slapped his helmet against his helmet or something. Like, come on now. You're taking competitiveness away from the game. Like, crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Go Stature, man. Thank you for super chat, my man. Appreciate it. Minshew. Yeah, Gardner Minshew. I call him Garden Minshew. Matt Ruiz, thank you for super chat, man. He says need you all to wake up and hype me up. I'm trying, man. I just felt like I was bent over the couch. You know what I mean? For like 3 hours today.
Damn, that's a long time.
That's a long time, man. That was a brutal game. And then the sad thing is you're down. I don't know if it's sad, but you're down 28-7, and it's like this game's over. Then all of a sudden it's 28-22, and you sort of get like a little hope. Like, well, wait a second. What if? Only to be let down again.
Yeah, within 6 points, and you're like, oh, my God, don't give me hope for this game. Please don't give me any hope. And then, obviously, Jake Elliott misses that field goal, which he hasn't missed all year, and now he misses his first. And, talk about the defense as well. The tackling was poor. I thought the defense, they're starting to play better as the game goes on, which I've seen the past couple weeks, obviously. But the pressure just wasn't there. They dialed in a couple blitzes, not many. I see maybe one or two, not much there. There's no changes throughout the game, and that's the big problem with this defensive line. The corners are 2nd and 2, 2nd and 5. The corners are backed up almost 10 to 15 yards again,
right.
And which makes Brady is doing these screen passes, like doing these little. I mean, they have the receivers to do it. They're using Antonio Brown middle of the field. I mean, it was very easy. Like they moved the corners back. Tom Brady changes the play, and it's an easy, quick tight end screen or whoever. It doesn't matter. They didn't need Gronk today because I think OJ.
I don't remember Brady getting hit once. Like I literally don't remember him getting knocked down once.
No, he didn't get knocked down.
Ghost Statue, thank you for super chat. He says, if the best part is, I really think the way Carson is playing this year, these young receivers would have gelled very well with him. Quite possible, quite possible. I don't know how. Like I haven't watched all the Colts games, so I can't tell you how he's playing. Totally, but the one game I saw, he looked pretty good. Philly 500 Skimp. He says, okay, better joke. What does Paris Hilton train her dog to do? Fletch her cocks. I'm fine if you steal that one. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I'm going to steal that one. No question about it. Gold Statue Man, thank you for super chat. He says, Nick Sirianni is running the ball. Isn't running the ball at all because he wants to expose Jalen Hurts. It's clear. Well, I don't know how you can expose anybody. Like how many quarterbacks would be good with not running the ball at all? Like, I think a lot of quarterbacks would struggle under this offense.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even in the chat today, people were saying like, "Oh, put these other quarterbacks in like Flacco or something like that." But is it really going to make a big difference? Like, number one, like at least with Hurts, you got mobility. But if you take away the mobility, that means he has to be perfectly, Flacco has to be perfectly, protected. And if he, and he could read the field probably better. But it's. I don't think you're going to win with changing quarterbacks. I just don't think it's going to make a difference.
Here's the thing. Here's what would have happened. If, let's say, they would have put Flacco in, the offense would look completely different. Yeah. Flacco would line up behind center. He would start running the ball, and it would be much more of a conventional offense. I guarantee you they wouldn't do that at all. I really believe that, man. I really do. Which to me they're doing it too much with Hurts. There's too many RPOs, dude. I'm tired. I'm RPO'd out.
Yeah, me too.
Reverend Bebop, thank you for super chat. He says, "What's up, guys? We could have won, but the Eagles' offense is too predictable. That RPO run to Miles is a joke. Oh my God, it is a joke. It is. It's horrible. I mean, I hope that the last series in which they scored a touchdown makes them go back and look at that, because that was working when they were running. That was working. You know.
Don't get how they do this end of the game. I just don't get how they do that. I don't know how they just do a fast-paced offense and they run Miles, and Miles looked great, looked full of energy. A lot of, he was great. I mean, I just wish it was through the whole game.
Yeah, Optimus Prime says, I'm sick of the shotgun formation. Yeah, me too. Mr. Gray Alien says, Flacco has had Brady's number a few times in the past when he was with the Ravens. That's true. I just don't know what he has left. You know what I mean? Ryland says, how do you think Rager did tonight? He had a couple drops that he shouldn't have caught. I wasn't that impressed with Rager tonight.
No.
Nope. I was not happy with him. Matt Ruiz, thank you for super chat. He says, let's talk then. Should the Eagles go for Odell Beckham Jr., swap to Minshew? I think Nick stays, defensive coordinator goes. Sanders needs love. Mulata back to left tackle. Can't spell his name. I don't think they should go for Odell Beckham Jr. I think you play the receivers you got. I don't think the receivers are the problem. Swap to Minshew. That is a question I'm curious about myself, because this front office has no patience for quarterbacks. They don't have patience. I think if you see a game where Minshew's activated, I think then that's going to tell me that that could happen. I think that could possibly happen. What do you think, Joe?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, At this point, I mean, Jalen Hurts was your pick. You know what I mean? Like, how much more patience do they think that's all at the end of the year? Do they say, hey, or earlier if they bench him, is that all they've seen out of Jalen Hurts for the year? But with Minshew, they have to give him time because they can't just give him one game if he has a success. There's no blueprint on him if he has one successful game. So it's got to be a few games. Can he stay consistent? You know, can he stay in the pocket? Can he read the defense to make the throws, especially the easy throws that Jalen Hurts can't make? So it's really up in the air right now. I don't know.
Yeah. Brock, man, thank you for the super chat. He says, when will Sirianni learn the offense is at its best when we run with our running backs? 2 weeks in a row, we didn't run to the fourth, and it worked. I know. We totally agree with you. I mean, we talked about this in the pregame that you got to run the ball. Two keys to the game were run the ball, Miles Sanders, and then you have to get pressure on Brady. They could do neither.
No.
They could do neither.
No.
You know, it's frustrating, man. I almost had a heart attack when did you see when Brady threw the interception and Derek Barnett was trying to bait him?
Oh man, yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
that's Tom Brady. You're gonna get a call, you moron.
He pushed him like a million. I mean, he didn't leave him alone. Like Barnett's got an. I don't know why. I mean, he didn't get thrown a flag, thank God, but he's got to stop that.
He could have been flagged. He could have. That could have been taunting. Okay, that could have been taunting. You know, Marcus Spikes, man, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's crazy. Algar says even our fans cheered it on when we gave Sanders the ball. I know, and they gave it to him. He ran. He got I think 8 or 9 yards. They cheered. Then the next play he got maybe nothing, and they still cheered because it was still important to run the ball.
Yeah,
at that point, you know.
Yeah,
I don't think Gainwell. Do you have any statistic numbers with you by chance?
You want Kenneth Gainwell?
I just want the running. I want to know how many runs they all had. I don't think Gainwell had a carry. Matter of fact, I think Sanders maybe had 7 or 8 carries.
Yeah, nothing. No, he had absolutely no. He had a reception for 1 yard.
Gainwell had no carries.
No carries.
So he's supposed to be the guy that's supposed to replace everybody. Saying maybe he's going to replace Miles. He's got no carries. Miles has 7. I think Miles had 6 or 7 for 50-something yards. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
They have a guy that can be effective for your offense, and they don't use him. You know, Philly Eagles 559, man. Thank you so much for super chat. Can you grade our wide receivers off of the performance so far? I mean, if we're grading in this game, it's very hard for me. I have to go look back at the tape, right? I remember watching the game. I saw a couple plays where Devontae was open. I thought Devontae made a great play where Hurts almost threw an interception. He knocked it down. He actually saved an interception. I would say because he was quiet, I'd give him a C. Rager, I'd give it D, and then Quez Watkins, I'd give it A+. And then J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, F. He can't catch on special teams. And then when he comes in, every time he came in, they tried to run a screen or run a Hurts. It's so obvious what they're doing. You know? Quez Watkins was the best player tonight.
Yeah, it was.
You know, Emmanuel, thank you for super chat. He says, Coach Stoutland, hey, Nick, it's week 6 and our O-line is not very good. Think we should change it up? Nick Sirianni, I got it. RPOs the whole game. Literally the hardest thing to react as a lineman. Oh, my God. It's brutal. And
it's a cop out.
Will they ever not line up in a shotgun? Will you ever line up behind center? Ever?
Yeah.
It's crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Marcus Spikes, man, thank you for super chat. He says, this is crazy. They're trying to make Hurts look bad. They're not helping him. I mean, that's the thing. They are not doing anything to help this kid at all, you know? And, you know, it's frustrating. You know, I'll tell you something else is frustrating, too, is the linebacker play. I think Alex Singleton stinks. He's too small.
Taylor, too, didn't have a good game either.
Every time he hit Fournette, he went back 3 yards. He's not big enough to play linebacker in this league.
Even Howard, the tight end, he was stiff arming all those linebackers. Then they were using Antonio Brown for the middle of the field, and none of them could catch him. I mean, it's just you don't have that thumper at linebacker.
Yep. Matt Ruiz, man, I'm sorry I missed this chat. It's going really quick in here. But thank you for the super chat. He says Barnett took the opportunity to press Brady as a block. I'm good with it. He took his chance, and that's why he didn't draw a flag. He took a shot. You know, when we're dealing with Barnett, everything he does, I scrutinize because he's always getting penalties. But it worked out this time. I give him that. You know, definitely. No question about it. So let me ask you this. So let's say for the rest of the year, based upon the 6 games we've played, this is what hurts us. We're going to get good and bad each week. Do you stick with him or do you move on?
If he plays like this the rest of the year, definitely not. I mean, I think they should move on from him if that's the case. And I don't know if they're going to elevate it into like a competition next year or they go into the draft, which I don't think the draft is I don't think it's going to do. I mean, you're finally going to have some draft compensation next year and have some cap space. And I don't know if taking if we have 3 first or even 2 first rounders. I mean, this team could have 2 top 10 picks next year, at least 2 top 10s, not 3 at least, but I don't know what they do. I don't know if the draft is the way to go. You either trade for Deshaun Watson or you have both of these guys in competition, which I hate quarterback competitions because I don't want this to turn into a thing where now if Minshew wins the job and he plays good and then he plays bad, they switch him with Jalen Hurts. Then this, you know what I mean? You can't do that. You're just wasting a whole year. So I'm hoping that's not the case, but I think Minshew's here for a reason, you know, and obviously he came in really late, so that's why he's not really dressed for many games because he's still learning everything still.
Yeah.
So what are these guys practicing all week for these games? I mean, what are they practicing all week? I mean, it can't be that much of a hard practice for the defense. I mean, come on now. I mean, they're not doing much. You know,
I don't know.
I'm so frustrated, man.
It's very frustrating. You're waiting for this coaching staff to adjust, to make changes, and it's just the same thing every week.
And here's a question for you now, like with Howie Roseman, like do you think this team is at a standstill if Howie Roseman's still in the building? Like, do you think this could turn to another few years?
Yeah.
I think so. I think if Howie Roseman's still in the building after this year, like I think if he has control over this coaching staff or the play calling, it doesn't matter what kind. It's going to be a puppet, regardless of who comes in a head coach. You know what I mean?
Listen, let me get this comment first by Philly Fan 100 Champs. He says there is no disguise, no motion, and Jalen cannot go through his progressions. Also, Tampa has fast linebackers. Why throw RPOs and screens? I agree with you, especially when Ortega-Whiteside's out there and they know it's coming. That's the thing that pisses me off so much. But as far as Howie goes, I don't see how Howie can survive this. Because if you want to say, okay, you know, Howie wasn't his fault because Doug Peterson didn't develop players, okay? If you want to say that, well, he's got a new coaching staff. If they can't develop players, then at the very least, you have to blame Howie Roseman on who he hired as a coach.
And who he drafted as quarterback.
It has to fall on him. He's got to be on the chopping block. If he's not on the chopping block, he has some compromising photos of Jeffrey Lurie somewhere. It has to be. And then I have to find them. And that's my mission in life. Find them mother-humping photos.
And expose them.
Yeah. And it says, what could Minshew possibly be learning? The team runs the same 4 plays the entire game. I think that I don't even know what's going on with Minshew. He's not even active. He's deactivated every week. So they technically go in with 2 quarterbacks. If Hurts gets hurt, you got a old Joe Flacco who's capable of getting hurt on any play.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So like you win, you lose on, you know what I mean? You have no mobility with Flacco, but then you have to worry about protection. Obviously the protection late in this game fell apart. And like you said, like Hurts likes to, you know, scramble to his right. He likes to go a certain direction, which, right. You know, it's unfortunate.
Yep. Max says 500 is in violation. Where's the shirt Mark Holmes gave you? Oh, that's done. I fulfilled my bet. It was 1 week. It was from Sunday to Saturday last Saturday I completed it. So I'm no longer Mark Holmes' son. You know, I'm gonna talk to this guy SFF. He's in my chat. He's the coach of the SFF. Are you a 49ers fan? Or what team do you like? I'm just curious. I don't mind that you're there. I'm glad you're in the chat. And you keep telling me that my team stinks. But I just want to know, like, are you a 49er fan? I'm just curious. Prince, thank you so much for Super Chat. He says we should start a petition. Make sure Lurie gets Howie out of here. I mean, I think he's going to have to if this continues, dude. I mean, you can't have all those picks. What if all those picks, what if we got 3 top 10 picks next year? I can't have Howie Roseman picking picks. You know?
Definitely not. No.
It just can't happen.
No.
You know? Just call me Flair. Uh-oh. We got to read this carefully first. Thank you for Super Chat. Jeffrey Lurie got to be EDP behind the scenes, and then Howie got him by the balls. No way in hell he's still. Yeah, it's got to be something. Because, I mean, I don't know how many times a guy can duck out of responsibility. He lived through Andy, Chip Dip Kelly, Peterson, and now Sirianni. I've never seen anything like it, dude.
No.
You know? It's crazy.
If it continues, like, I mean, I'm saying, like, I'm not trying to be negative Nancy about it, but I'm telling you, like, if Howie Roseman stays after this year, this team is on a longer rebuild. It's going to be on a longer rebuild. Whatever coach that they bring in is going to be a puppet, and that's really it. You're not going to let the head coach. So really, at the end of the day, like, we need to see Howie Roseman's faults. We need to see what he's done that could get him fired. Obviously, Jalen Hurts, and you traded your franchise quarterback in Carson Wentz. You got Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts isn't working out right now, so as of right now, and your draft picks are getting production, but at the same time, like, look who you're keeping on the field in J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. You have Jordan Howard that's still on practice squad right now. That's not even on the active roster. Boston Scott is the third running back that's not even dressed, or maybe he's dressed, but he's playing special teams. Like, I don't know how he can keep his job after this year. I really don't.
I don't either. I have no idea either. But it's just the whole thing's frustrating. It really is. Philly fans said, "Isn't this a contract year?" I think this is a contract year for Howie. Yeah, it is. So hopefully we don't re-sign him. Hopefully, you know what I mean. Ray Brinson, man, thank you for super chat. He says, "I wish people stop blaming Hurts and not the head coach. He's always the one showing the same formation." Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's coach first and foremost, right? Because how am I supposed to evaluate Hurts when you're throwing him to the wolves, when you're so one-dimensional? Now, he makes mistakes and all those kind of things, but I just don't think this coach helps him at all. It's crazy, Mary Johnson says, "You can't throw the ball 40 times a game in November and December when there's 20 miles per hour winds. Run the goddamn ball." Yeah, I agree. Run the ball. I mean, even if they didn't win games like this and against Dallas, if you would just be more consistent running the ball, you would have stayed in these games a lot longer. You would have been in the games.
Right.
Oh, you got a cat now, too.
Yep, I got a cat now.
There you go. But it's crazy. I saw Jack Stoll in the Richie MCS did Stoll play tonight. I saw him, but I didn't see him in the game though.
Right.
I saw him on silent. Philly Eagles 559. Thank you for super chat. He says, "Oh my God, I figured out Howie is Lurie's love child." Kara Poole's not here, but she'll say that that's true. She's got pictures of Lurie's father, and he looks exactly like Howie Roseman. There may be truth to that.
I saw that.
He really looks like Howie Roseman.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Lurie's father looks exactly like Howie Roseman. There's some weird thing going on there. There's something weird going on. Steve says, "Philly wins going to expose Hurts even more." Let's hope not. You know what I mean? It's crazy. We got people in tank. Robert says, "I'm in tank mode. It's only week 6." Oh man,
it's hard. It's hard watching. Sorry, it's hard watching this team every week. It's getting worse.
It is. We got 557 people here. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. And click the link in the description and go sub up my man Joey Shakes, the better half of the Philly Shakedown podcast. I'm definitely losing my voice tonight. It's almost gone. We had a lot of people. I had like 1,500 in there. It was crazy. It got crazy in there.
Yeah.
Freddie Day for Super Chat. He says we should just start every possession 2nd and 12. I know, right? It's always 2nd and 12. Every time, without fail. It's so true. It's crazy. It is. VJ Mante for Super Chat says, we need someone to expose Howie's emails. Yeah, I'm waiting for Washington football team to release Howie Roseman's emails. Like do it now, you know? Quads 15, thank you for Super Chat. He says, if you want to evaluate quarterback, why don't you put him in different formations, call different plays to see if he's the guy you want? Yeah, I would think so. I would think you would, but they don't do it. They just throw this guy to the wolves. I mean, maybe some of the people are right. Maybe they want to make sure Hurts isn't the guy. I don't know. But it seems like in a lot of ways the coaching staff is working against them. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I can't tell if they're even. I don't even know if they're if they're working again. I don't know. I feel like they have no say in anything. I feel like they've had no say for a while, but we don't know what's going on upstairs after every game, and seeing what's going on. So
yeah. Ramal says we need a veteran play caller on offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator positions. Gannon, our current offensive coordinator, need to be fired at least. I'm with you there. I have no problem getting rid of those guys. You know what I mean? It's that frustrating. Philly fan 100 chance, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, it's a conspiracy. They're bombing by throwing the ball 87% of the time just to elevate Howie's draft picks. Jalen Hurts. Draft pick, Jalen Hurts. Could be right. You could be right. I missed a donation here. All right, I'm trying to find it. Just call me Flair. Oh, there you go. Sorry about that, buddy. He says, Jeffrey Lurie is 70. Only about 10 more years and we'll be free of him. Not if he's like drinking children's blood and all sorts of weird things like that, like Jerry Jones is. Like Emperor Palpatine's like 200, 300 years old. He's something. He's like, he got to be that old.
He's old.
You know? Oh, thanks. Cat wanted to come in. So there's my cat. He's my director. Every time I do this, he's scratching on the door to come in. You want to be in, huh? What's going on, dude? Did you watch the Eagles stick it up? Go ahead. There you go. Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, I don't know. It Ann says cat show. Yes, cat show. That's that cat. Every time I set up, he just sits with me the whole time. And he was just crying to get in. Yeah, it's tough. So let me ask you this. I know you're tired. We're all tired. It's late. It's 12:48 on the East Coast. Shout out to everybody here. We're over 560 people still here. Yeah, it's tough. But what going forward, right? Because this is one of those games where it's like you want to get it over with and forget about it. What kind of things do you think they have to do to get back on track?
This team has to look themselves in the mirror to see if this is what they are. I mean, they have no identity on offense, right? This head coach has got to look himself in the mirror and has to fight back a little bit and try to. I mean, you're not doing enough to change the just your offense in general and just look. I don't even know how to explain it. Just look different. Just look like different formations. Try to have like all this diverse play calling that we were promised. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna. This might be a thing where they just do the same thing every game. But they got right. No. I don't care. Look, if he's not going to change the RPOs, it is what it is. But you got to at least try to balance the run with your offense. You have to run Miles Sanders. I mean, you have to balance it because look what happens. So they see what they just did at the end of the game, but then they just will scrap it and won't use it. So, right. It is what it is. The defense is just going to be a hit or miss. It is what it is. Defense is going to be a hit or miss. We know the talent and non-talent we have on the defense, and Jonathan Gannon is going to be Jonathan Gannon. It is what it is. Offensively, there is light at the end of the tunnel. I think we could do a lot more in these games. Take pressure off Jalen Hurts. I think if you incorporate this run game, I think you'll look a little bit better. Even if we do lose games, we'll look a little bit better. Or you might win some games out of it, but at least give it a shot. At least try. Look at the little success you had with Miles Sanders that's been dying to get the football. I mean, that's a player you do not want to lose off your football team next year. And I hope it doesn't happen. because I won't blame Miles Sanders at the end of the day. I won't blame him.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I want to see what Nick Sirianni does in this mini bye week. I want to see if they come out and run the ball, whatever. I don't know. I don't know.
No, he's gonna come out on practice and he's gonna wear a Ben Simmons jersey next week or something. We'll see that next week or something.
Oh God, better not be Ben Simmons, but then I'm fighting. Frig Ben Simmons. Big Boss, thank you for super chat. They can't right out come and say. I think I read that, right? Did I read that?
I think so.
Want to make sure. Yeah, I think I read that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So it's crazy. Yeah, Johnny B says run the ball. Run the ball. You got winnable game. The Raiders are going to be winnable. Detroit's like the easy part of the schedule is upon us. Like this is where this team can win games back to back to back to back. You know. So
how long are you giving it till tank mode?
If they get to what are they now? 2 and 4? If they get I'll say if they're 2 and 7, I'm in tank mode. So you get that 7th loss, I'm in tank mode. Because at that point it's over, you know.
Right.
So, you know, I don't know. I mean, it just the way Dallas is playing, it don't look good, you know what I mean?
Right. No, not great. Yeah.
I saw an interesting question to ask you. Where would you rank Hurts in terms of somebody had ranking NFC East quarterbacks? Where would you rank Hurts in the NFC East as quarterback?
As of right now, probably if I were to put, I'd probably put him. I don't know. I'd probably put him third. I'd probably put him in front of Daniel Jones. I probably have Daniel Jones as the worst right now.
Daniel Jones stinks. I'd probably put him third. I'd have him and Jones real close. I'd have Jones slightly ahead of him. And I'd have him third.
Not to say that Heineke's like some big talent, but the guy, you know, if you use him in an offense properly, they go to his strengths and they use him the right way, it works out. You know, they could be a little successful. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No question about it. So VJ said it's tanking time. Not yet. You know, not yet.
Not yet.
Let me see. Yeah, it's tough, man. Tim Mann says, I'm in tank mode now because even when the team shows grit, the coaches kill it with their coaching decisions. So true. So true. I wonder where the team is. I wonder what this team is mentally with Nick Sirianni, though. I wonder what they're thinking, you know, in the locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daily Challenger says Daniel Jones stinks, no question. So we'll probably do like 5 more minutes. We're going to cut it a little early night. Everybody's tired, I'm sure. And how much I want to cry about this horrible loss, you know. But
right.
Philly Eagles 559. Thank you for super chat. He says if we lose to the Raiders, who lost their coach and have a quarterback from Fresno State, I'm gonna be pissed. And I live in Fresno, not happy at all right now. No, I hear you.
I agree.
I totally agree. They got to find a way they got to go win that game. They've got to put like 2-3 games together, man. But they got to change their philosophy. There's so much they got to change. There's a mini bye week, chance to get healthy, figure some things out. But hopefully they make changes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope they do. I mean, I hope they at least change the way like this offense plays. I mean, just to see something different.
Yep. So Crave says y'all some Hurts haters over here, dude. I've been really neutral Hurts. I have tried to give him every opportunity, and I'm still hopeful that he will be the quarterback I want him to be. I think we all do, but he was not good tonight. I'm not going to say he was good if he was not good tonight.
I don't know. See, I don't know that there's definitely a split in the fan base when it comes to it. I see it in the chat, and I see it in my chat. I see it in everybody's chats all around that live streams. It does videos on the Eagles and stuff. And there's always that split decision on how much of it is Hurts' fault and how much of it on Sirianni's fault. Guys, it's on both. It's on both of them. Now, the Sirianni helped the process? Definitely not. But Hurts has messed up a lot of passes that are easy passes. Don't tell me it's offensive line. He's had significant, really good protection at a lot of points of all these games and hasn't, been on the money with his throws. And that's just the truth. That's what people just have to realize. Jalen Hurts we're still evaluating Jalen Hurts for the year, and that's it. Depending if he lasts that long, I don't know. It's up to the Eagles and what they want to do. But it's on both of these guys. It's on both of them, and that's the only way. That's where it's gonna go. That's it.
Right. No, I agree. Let me see something here. What's this face? Where is it? Hold on. Lost where I was going here. Somebody said GMO said something about I missed the super chat. GMO, I don't know if I missed your super chat. I don't see it in here.
I didn't see it.
Is it Sirianni's fault? I told you all about Sirianni and now my words are coming true. Sirianni should have been cut to reach a 53-man roster. Do the five. Yeah, Sirianni has not been good, my man.
He talks a good game. He talks a really good game.
Yeah, everything he said was not true.
Mm-hmm.
It's not true. I didn't see a chat, so that's all I have. Commissar, thanks for super chat. He says, just got back home from the game. Hurts had guys open a lot and we did not run. Tough day, and I got jumped too. To keep it short, what did you guys think? I thought Sirianni was bad. I thought the coaching was horrible. And I thought Hurts wasn't good as well. No question about it. As far as you getting jumped, man, I hope you're okay. You know what I mean? Hope you're okay. GM, if you don't read my comment, I will not send you $5. Do the 5. I don't know what that means. I just read 2 of your comments, though. We have a better chance with Minshew at quarterback for now and the coming future. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they're going to give up on Hurts yet. I'm trying to give him the benefit that I'm trying to give him the year, but it's hard when you watch that game. It just is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really is.
But I mean, I think the plan's got to be to stick with him right now. No question about it.
Now, the question is now is with Sirianni was with Frank Reich and with the Colts, like how much play calling decisions did he have with the Colts last year?
Yeah, I don't know.
What I mean, I'm so sick and tired of talking about this because we don't know what's going on. We don't know who's doing what. Shane Steichen's supposed to be offensive coordinator, so what is he doing? I don't know what he's doing. 2 coaches that are in run heavy offenses from the LA Chargers to the Indianapolis Colts, and you're getting barely any runs. So there's something just I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, it's crazy. Donnell Shipley, man, thank you for super chat. He says, I'm with you guys. It's half and half. We need to run the ball, and Hurts needs to hit open guys. It is. I think that's fair. I mean, I think there's plenty of blame to go around. No question about it. Hurts Swag Call, thank you for super chat, my man. Appreciate it. I mean, I still want Hurts to be the guy. I want him to improve and fix it and then go and be the franchise guy. It's the quickest way for us to rebuild.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
It is. It's going to be crazy. All right, guys. Well, listen, we want to thank each and every one of you guys for joining. We're about 47 minutes in. It's a long night. I know a lot of you guys probably tired. Joey's tired. I'm tired, all that. And I got to get up at 5. You guys probably got to get up early. So just want to thank each and every one of you guys for all your support you show us. Make sure you click the link in the description. Sub up my man, Joey Shakes. And, we'll be back next week. I'll be streaming Sunday. Double or triple header. I'm not sure yet, but look for that. And with that said, Joey, any last thoughts on the way out?
It's another tough week, but let's see if it's a little bit of extra time they have. See if they change things up. I mean, do I think they're going to? It's hard for me to say they're going to, but I mean, we'll see. We got another week ahead, so football's still here.
All right, guys. Well, you guys have a great night. Hang in there. Fly, Eagles, fly, all that crap. And no cannolis for Nick Sirianni.
Again. Oh, actually, well, yeah.
Oh, man. Just so frustrated. Well, hopefully we get this thing going. Long season yet to play. So we got to try to stay positive, I guess.
That's it.
But not tonight. Tonight is to be down.
Right.
All right, guys. With that said, take care. We'll talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat.